Hello and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the Zeo Megazord 12-inch scale action figure from Hasbro. I've seen some sites refer to this as part of the Lightning collection, but Hasbro itself on their Pulse website does not call this Lightning collection. They simply call this an action figure. So I'm going to assume this is a series unto itself. I'm not sure if they're making any more of the Zords in this scale at this price point. But for now, we have this one, and we're going to take a look at it today. The front of a box has a nice photo of the figure itself with the Power Rangers Zeo logo. On the side, we can see all of the alternate heads that come with it. Other side shows you some of the posability of the figure. And on the back, another full shot of the figure posed and a little write-up. The Zeo Megazord doesn't have just one helmet, it has 5. One from each Zeo Ranger's Zord, to imagine giving it different powers to use in combat against the forces of evil. And that's repeated in several languages, as is usually the case on modern action figure packaging. So let's get this guy open. Out of the box, we have a partial plastic blister that holds all the pieces in place, plus the figure, and it's just situated in a plain cardboard tray. There are a couple of pieces that you'll need to attach to him. First is the bull head that fits on the front, sort of like a belt buckle. That just pushes in. And we have his wings, which are just a solid piece of plastic. These do not fold or move in any way. The wings have 4 posts on them that just fit into the 4 posts on his back. Taking a look at all the alternate head pieces, here's the first one. It's got a cannon that swivels up and down. The second headpiece has 2 swivel cannons on the side. This one just looks like the top of a pyramid. There's a bull head, and the nose of the bull juts out the back of the headpiece. And lastly is the red winged helmet that he's probably most often seen in. Now these just all slip right over the top of the head, which is a solid black plastic. None of the pieces really rub on the paint on the face, so you don't have to worry about paint rub when you're taking the alternate head pieces on and off. Here's a look at his sword, which is about 6 inches long, and it looks like all these pieces are molded in the actual colors that they are. There is no paint on the sword. And he has one gripping hand that the sword just slips in, like so. For articulation, the head can spin 360, shoulder spin 360, go up to about a 90. He has double jointed elbows, a little bit of a ratchet in there. There is a bicep 360 swivel, as well as the wrists. This hand is molded in an open pose, and as I just showed, the other one grips the sword. There's no finger articulation. Nothing in the waist. The hips can go up about that far, and the knee bends to about a 90. There is a thigh swivel that goes 360. And just a very tiny amount of movement in the ankles. The paint on the figure is very clean all around. We've got the silver detail in the face with the eyes, a little bit of paint on that Sphinx head, and on the chest to either side of that head. Some detail in the bull head. And then we have the gold on the feet, and then the red, pink, and yellow striping as well. So all the paint is very clean, nothing sloppy. And most of the parts are molded in the color that they are. So it gives the figure a very nice look. The plastic on this is very solid feeling. I had some of the original Bandai Power Rangers Zords from back in the 90s, and this feels quite similar to that type of plastic. So it's a pretty well constructed, solid figure. I'm not worried about breaking anything on here as I move it. For some size comparisons, we have the Hasbro 5POA Dino Megazord, the Bandai Legacy Collection White Tiger Zord, the Bandai version of the White Ranger in the 6-inch scale, and the Hasbro Lightning Collection King Sphinx. So this Zeo Megazord is a pretty good size. Here's a look at some of the figure's posability. This Megazord figure is going to display very nicely on the shelf. I'm not sure if Hasbro is going to continue making Megazords in this scale. If they do, I will take a look at them. I said in my recent unboxing video that I found this guy on eBay for $35, which is almost half what the retail price would be. At $35, I'm very comfortable with this purchase. It's a good figure for that price. I'm not sure if it's worth $65, because at the end of the day, it is just a big action figure. There's no transforming capability or anything like that with it. So if this is something that appeals to you, make sure you shop around to get the best price on it. That's all I've got for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.